In this video tutorial, we're going to learn about location particle de. It's the equivalent to the English preposition at, because it tells you where you're doing an activity. Let's read. This particle indicates the place where you're doing an activity. It's used with action verbs only. Let's have a look at the action verbs that we already know. This is the table of verbs which you'll find on page 1 of your Unit 2 workbook, and you can see that all of these here are action verbs. They're action verbs which don't have an object, things like getting up, sleeping, beginning. You don't do it to anything else, it's something you do by yourself. Over on this side we have action verbs which take an object, so these are all verbs which we do to things. So we eat something, we drink something, we listen to something, we do something, and so on. So all of these are action verbs which again can have a location. We can do all of these things at a place. All of these verbs here we can do at a place. We can get up at a place, we can sleep at a place. But these three verbs here of motion, going and returning home and coming, we don't actually do those at a place, do we? Because they indicate movement from one place to another. So these three verbs here don't count, but all of these verbs here and here, they're the action verbs that we know, and they can all be used with a location followed by location particle de. Let's just see how that works. Okay, we have three locations and we're going to use them to make a sentence. The top one, well, that's a picture of a school. That's gakko, gakko. The second one under here, that's a picture of a university. Daigaku, daigaku. Finally down here, we've got a picture of Japan. Nihon, Nihon. Okay, let's have a look at our first one, gakko. What do we do at a school? Well, before we go on, let's put in the location particle de that we're going to need for our sentence. Now we have gakko de. Should we look at our verbs and see which one is the most appropriate? Okay, there are lots of things that we can do at school. Well, we can sleep at school. We can play around at school. We can eat, drink, listen, do, and so on. Let's choose one at random. Let's say we play or muck around at school. So this is the verb we need. Okay, there we have gakko de asobimasu. I play or I muck around at school. Let's try this one. Daigaku. Daigaku, well, we need the location particle next. Daigaku de. Let's choose a verb. We can do lots of things at university, but perhaps one of the things that we do is to talk. We do a lot of talking. So let's choose hanashimasu. Hanashimasu. I talk at university. There we go. Daigaku de hanashimasu. I talk at university. What about Japan? Let's add location particle de. Nihon de. In Japan. One of the very best things to do in Japan is to eat. Let's choose tabemasu. I eat. And there we have Nihon de tabemasu. I eat in Japan. Now each of those three sentences I've translated as I play or muck about at school, I talk at university, and I eat in Japan. And if there's no topic in the sentence, then we always assume that the person speaking is the one who's doing the activity indicated. But if you want to change that and indicate somebody else is doing these things, then you need to have a topic. You put the topic at the beginning of the sentence and you follow it with topic particle wa. So if it's not myself who's mucking about and playing at school, but my younger brother, then this is what your sentence would look like. And there it is. There's my younger brother, ototo. Topic particle wa, that tells us who it is who's actually doing the activity in a sentence, and then the rest of the sentence follows. So ototo wa, as for my younger brother, gakko de, at school, asobimasu. He plays, so my younger brother plays at school. And we could do that with these two sentences as well. So let's put in another topic for each of those, and then we've made some nice long sentences. In this sentence I've added a topic, tomodachi, my friend. Tomodachi wa, as for my friend, daigaku de hanashimasu. So my friend talks at university. And finally for Japan, well, my father's a huge fan of Japanese food, so I'm going to use chichi. Chichi wa, as for my father, Nihon de, in Japan, tabemasu.